sunshine real quick. I'm gonna let y'all, well, I'm gonna show y'all the garden real quick. Okay, so before we show you all what the garden currently looks like right now, let's rewind back to last year, last spring. We actually did some upgrades to our garden. We're constantly working on things, so we did a few upgrades and never came on here and showed y'all. This is just going to be a clip when everything was like looking nice and pretty, so that when you see the next clip of what it looks like currently, it'll make a little bit more sense as to what's going on. Growing right now in this season is spring. About to transition into summer. It's very, very hot here in Georgia. Like, it's hot right now. It's spring, but it's hot right now. So I just want to give y'all an update of what's going on with the crops. Let's start over here. Okay, so over here we have our collards. So everything in this bed is collard greens, Georgia collards. We posted a short, but we have spring a spring garden plan that's listed on our website. It's a free ebook where it just goes over how we did our garden this spring. And what I did this year, instead of companion planting like I typically do, I pretty much kind of stuck to one crop in each of like my variable beds, which is this one and a couple more I'll show you in a minute. But so I just spread collard seeds in this whole bed, nothing else, just Georgia collards. Um, and this is the result of that. It's going really, really well. So this is also the first year that we did not weed our garden beds. We allowed the weeds to just do their thing and just to see how it goes. Y'all know gardening is a lot of maintenance when you try to make it all pretty and all of that. Life been lifing, so we ain't even really had time to do all of that. And it's just gotten so out of control that I'm like, I ain't doing that. So this is the results, and the crops seem to be unaffected at this point. I don't have any issues. I'm harvesting really well. Everything's going good. We got about, how many is this? This may be like 10 or so plants. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 plants survived out of me just throwing seeds in here. Okay, in this bed, I planted some cilantro there. It did not take. So that's just some weeds. Got my rosemary here. Sage, pineapple sage here. I need to trim these limbs down, but it started to grow back. Starting to grow back, as you can see here. Oregano, and these are spring onions. This is our herb bed, so I never have these herbs right here. I don't replant. They come back year after year after year. I kind of want to get another herb here that will do that, so that I don't have to touch this bed at all no more. Over here we have our Swiss chard. I just kind of did a light water, so they're kind of leaning over. But this is Swiss chard bed. I planted all Swiss chard down here. It took a while to sprout, but Swiss chard is a spring and kind of goes into summer plant, so it's starting to get some good growth right now. Excited about that. Here is, I've planted so much stuff in this bed that has just not taken root. However, this plant here, I'm pretty sure this is dandelion. We have it all over the garden, but I just think it is so crazy that it's seeded right here perfectly in the garden bed. I did not plant this. This is all nature, and I'm pretty sure this is dandelion. Correct me if I'm wrong. But we have more along the garden, and there are dandelion plants coming from it, so I guess that is what it is. But yeah, I can't wait for that. That's just so perfectly right there. It's everything we need. Japatat we faith, okay? Most High will provide. Okay, so this bed here, y'all. This, I planted all bok choy in this bed, and it was going so well for a while, and now every single plant is going to seed. Every one of them, as you can see. They all going to seed, and I'm letting them seed to get as many seeds as I can. But so what I've learned about this variety of bok choy, and really bok choy in general, probably here in Georgia, it's more of a fall crop. As it starts getting into the hotter temperatures, it don't like the hotter temperatures, so it started to bolt. As soon as it started getting good growth, which I hate that. I got like a couple harvests out of this, but it's too hot right now in Georgia. Over here is kale. This is my kale bed. I planted, just like the collard bed. I threw a bunch of kale seeds in here and went on about my way. And this is the result of that. Not as many plants as the collard bed, but I'm still very pleased with this. This is enough for our family. Of course, you see all the weeds. Again, did not weed this spring, and it's worked out just fine. So yeah, this is doing really, really well. Probably got about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 kale plants in here. Some of them have not matured yet, but that's just fine and really more than enough for our family. This is our second herb bed. I hope you can see this really good. This is our second herb bed. So here is this huge plant right here is parsley, and this is 3 parsley plants, and it has been way too much for our family. So it is going to seed now, partly because it's getting hot, and the other part is because it's been hard to keep up with the harvest on this. It needs to be harvested so much, and I didn't do that. So that when you don't harvest a plant as much as it should, it tells the plant that you don't need it. So I feel terrible about that. But that is the status of that. It's going to seed. My rosemary is probably happy about that because it's been choking out my rosemary. It's like, dang, it's that parsley all up on me. But if you can see here, again, I just watered, even though it's hot outside, but I had to do it anyway. These two plants here are dill that I planted. And I just now noticed today that those have sprouted all the way up. So we'll be getting some dill really soon. I'm excited about that. I also planted some basil over here that did not take root yet. Basil last time was a summer crop for us, so I may need to wait just a little bit more. And then here is our grapevine. This is the star of the show, Miss Grape Honey. Miss Grapevine, she is doing her thing, ain't she? This is our 3rd year with this grapevine, and I'm really praying that we get some grapes this year. We have not, if you have grown grapes before, as you can see, we have not pruned her. Life has been lifing again, and we did not get out here to prune her before her season started, which is what they recommend of grape plants. Let me turn y'all around. Oh, can I get in here? Okay, so we didn't get around to pruning her before the season started, and she, she did her thing without us. I'm hoping and praying that that does not affect her being fruitful this season, because like I said, this is our 3rd year with her, and I really pray that we get some grapes. What I read is that, it's just like it puts so much energy into producing all of the leaves that you get less fruit, which is how all plants work. So she's very full and luscious. She thick, baby. So I am praying that she is not using all her energy into looking beautiful and then won't bear us much fruit. So definitely will prune her after this cycle. Now let's come on over to the fruit trees. Alright, so we'll start here. As y'all can see, Miss Georgia Peach is not doing anything for us. If you've been watching us for a while, you knew that last season it bloomed, but all the squirrels literally ate all my peaches that was on there. And now, baby, I think she done left us. This is the time in which they blossom, and we've gotten nothing. I think that she's dead, which is really sad. I'm sorry, I'm moving the camera. It's really sad, because what in the world happened with that? I think it like the weather got so cold this winter. Oh my gosh, it was like below freezing for so long, right? That I just maybe think that she couldn't take that. That was weird, Georgia weather. So what we're gonna do is trade her out for another apple tree, which is doing good over here. Most of the time, what they say with apple trees is you need 2 trees for it to fruit. However, we were told when we bought this tree, this was a self-pollinating tree and didn't need another tree. Aaron don't really believe it. So I think what we're gonna do is end up taking her out and putting another apple tree just to ensure that we're gonna get some apples. We eat a lot of apples in this house. Here's our blueberry bush. This is year 2 with Miss Blueberry. We did get a little bit of blueberries last season, but of course it was small. They were small blueberries, and it was a small harvest, and the chickens ate them all. So Praying for even more yield for that this season. And then here's our apple tree growing very well. I can't wait to see what she's gonna do for us. All right, that's the garden, that's the homestead, that's what's going on. Um, as more things continue to blossom, and then we're actually going to be going ahead and putting in our summer crops early because it's so hot. I'm gonna just go ahead and do it, especially since I've been starting everything from seed, and I just been throwing it in the garden. So I'm just gonna go season the garden here very soon with some summer crops, and I'll keep y'all updated on that.